of the panel, there was a whole bunch of backlash. Like I hate to even say it, he had like several racial slurs thrown against him. I don't even get like why people are like that. Just we're trying to promote positive vibes in the community. It's just crazy. You definitely don't want to. I mean, perception's everything. You definitely don't want to overstep any kind of boundaries or say anything that could be backfired on you. Because people with social media nowadays, it's so easy to get things twisted, especially with with Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I actually had a personal experience. I had brought this up at the panel I did. This panel I did at ACON. I had one person actually insulted like my cosplay lineup because I happened to be cosplaying Green Ranger, which is, some of you guys may have known, it was my staple for quite a long time, almost 2 years. So this person had pretty much had just blasted like, oh, he's actually doing something other than Green Ranger for once, LOL. Like you never know with text messaging and social media. It's so much harder to convey what you're really trying to express your feelings to the other person. It's just, you really just gotta watch out, watch what you say, especially with creative people as well. I mean, we're all creative people in here. Sometimes we're a little more, I guess, open to our emotions, especially when we're trying to express ourselves through, whether it's art, music, drawing, film, cosplay. It's just you definitely just gotta be careful. So.
On the topic of just kind of being careful and promoting positive vibes, whenever I see anyone cosplaying anything and I remotely know what it is, even if I don't know what it is, I always tell them, whoa, you look amazing, because even that little thing just completely makes them feel incredible. It brightens their day, and then you can see someone that doesn't have a lot of experience in cosplaying, and when you're like, wow, you look really great, their whole stance changes. They're like, oh, thank you, and you kind of see them trot off with confidence, and that the entire weekend they're gonna have that confidence of feeling amazing. And so just a little compliment goes a long way. I definitely was not as into cosplay as I used to be, or as I am now. And my outfit, I used to cosplay an assassin. I look back on it, I'm like, wow, okay. But Ray Parks, the actor that plays Darth Maul, when I met him 6 years ago, I was walking by in this, pretty much just rags of red and white, and he's like, whoa! And I'm like, looking around, I'm like, what's he talking about? And he's like, no, you, come here. And I'm like, okay. I walk over, he's like, you look amazing. I'm like, wait, what? And I'm like, Darth Maul thinks I look cool, and that entire thing, because that was the first time I ever cosplayed, and so that entire thing is what made me decide to go further into cosplay. So you never know what stage someone's in and how your compliment can actually push them to make it, a lifestyle choice. So.
Yeah, it was definitely a culture shock for me when I went to my first con. It sounds crazy because it was it's a pretty big con. It's the longest running anime convention in the U.S. My first convention ever in 2013 was ACON in Dallas. So yeah, D-Town anyway. So as I was saying earlier, I grew up in a small town. The town I'm from, which is the same town I live in now, in Goliad, it's less than 2,000 people. My graduating class was 120. So, with being with one of the only nerds in the school, I mean, it was very hard for me to identify with, people growing up. So, I made my first road trip all the way up to Dallas by myself. And I remember leaving at 5 o'clock in the morning to get there at a decent time because I didn't know what to expect. And it was just, as he was saying, I had very simple cosplays. Ness was my primary cosplay I brought up. And it was just, I think, yeah, it was just crazy. People were it's just so, the convention atmosphere is just so amazing because so many people from all kinds of walks of life can bond on similar interests, and that's what I've always liked about the cosplay community in general. As he was saying earlier, just compliments go a long way. Whether hey, your Apollo Justice is really great. I love your Saitama, and the Sailor Scouts in the back. It's you never really know.